Hi kids, this is what we are going to make, and this is what was in your art kit. Hi, this is a mandala lizard. We are going to be talking about mandalas. These are mandalas, okay, and we're going to be talking about how you make them. It looks super complicated. Here, let me take the lizard apart so you can see it apart. This is what it's going to be like once it's all cut out and ready to go. And those are the mandalas on the lizard. And each one of these mandalas represents my family. And because there's 5 in my family, I'm the one in the middle. Let's see. I think this is Cade because I put his birth date. This is Max because I also put his birth date in the design. This is Jackson, and this is my husband. My husband's a math teacher, so he has all sorts of numbers going around in a circle. That is what we're going to be doing with those patterns you have in your art kit. And then this part right here ends up becoming the stomach, and you tape it. So on the bottom, it ends up doing taping like that. Or you run out of the sticky part and it won't do it anymore. Okay, and then it'll stand up like I showed you in the beginning. So this is what we're going to be doing. So let's go ahead and get started on that. First, we need to know what a mandala means. Here is a simple definition. It is a radial design symbolizing something. And radial right here is the word that we really need to pay attention to. What does radial mean? Well, if you look at all 3 of these designs, they are radial, and what do they have in common? Absolutely, they are circular. So a mandala is a circular design symbolizing something. Our mandalas are going to symbolize somebody in our family, or each mandala is going to symbolize our family like it did with mine. So we are going to take a look at how to do that. So here is my lizard. I just want you to watch at first. Okay, we're going to be just using regular markers. You can either have a pack like this, you can have a pack like this. You can have Sharpies if you want. You can use gel pens. Whatever you have at home works just fine. Okay, and I'm going to kind of scoot these out of the way. And I'm going to simplify this a little bit by giving you some things to draw. First would be shapes. Okay, simple shapes like squares, rectangles, triangles, circles, maybe a heart. Don't make shapes too difficult. The second thing we are going to look at is lines, bumpy lines, scalloped lines, all different kinds of lines. The third thing that we're going to look at and that you can use in these designs are symbols. Symbols, but simple symbols like hashtag, heart, possibly a peace sign, simple symbols. The next thing is letters, and the last thing is numbers. If you use these 5 things, you can make a really complicated design. So we're going to start with the mandala, and I'm going to put, I have 5 people in my family. I like the color pink. I like lots of colors, but I'm going to just start with pink. I'm going to put a dot for myself, okay, and then maybe somewhere else I'm going to put a dot for my husband, a dot for my son, 1, a dot for my another son, 2, and another dot for my other son. So there are 5 dots. That means I'm going to have 5 circle designs. So let's just start with shapes. I'm going to pick a shape. How about triangle? And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to draw a triangle, and I'm going to turn my paper as I go, and I'm going to draw the same kind of triangle, same size, same shape, and go all the way around. Okay, now I can leave them hollow like they are right now, or if I want to, I can color them in. There, that's the first part of my design. Simple. Do shapes, do it around in a circle. Let's pick a line. We have tons of lines we can do. Here are tons of different lines you can do. You can keep it simple, like doing hills or wavy, dots, zigzag, dash. This one I like, instead of saying clouds, I like to call this like the scallop line, castle line, loops, mouse ears, all kinds of different things you can do. You can also come up with your own. So I'm going to do a line. I'm going to pick another color, and I'm just going to do a scallop line or a bump line. And I'm going to do it again all the way around. Turn your paper as you go. There we go. So far my design is looking pretty complex already. Symbols. You can pick any kind of symbol. How about if we do a dollar sign? And I'm going to do you can do it any way you want, but I'm going to take purple and I'm going to do a dollar sign to the side. Now, you don't have to go in order that I have these. This is just to help you get started. You can go out of order, but the thing that makes these really good is if you use a lot of different things. You don't just stick to one. So don't do all shapes. Don't do all lines. Switch back and forth. And you know, I'm looking at this and I'm thinking I want a line here. So I'm just going to add a line in between each of my triangles just because I felt like it needed it. And then I'm going to take a dot and put it here. So you can add things as you go. As you see spaces, you can add things. So far, this is what my mandala looks like. Letters. You can put letters from your name, letters from your team. So I'm going to put my name, and I'm going to put it backwards, which is D-R-A-W. And I'm just going to do it over and over and over. And I'm going to do that because I like to draw, and I like to do art. You might. And then the last one is numbers. You might want, like on my mandala that I did of my family on the first lizard I showed you, I did my boys' birthdays and my husband's, I guess it was my boys' birthdays, so I could remember which mandala was each of theirs. Okay, and then I'm running out of room, so I'm just going to put another D there. There you go. That's the beginning. Now, when you get to the next one, let's say I'm going to do, this was going to be my husband, and I was going to do my husband next. And he likes the Green Bay Packers, so I'm going to start with green. So, okay, my video cut out there. So I finished the second mandala, and that is my husband. But I wanted to show you some things. So I'm going to start this next one, which would be my son right here. And if you ever need to remember where where this video is, just go to my YouTube channel, and here is the title, Radial Design Lizards. So my other son, he's really artsy, and so I think we're going to just put, let's see, let's start with red, and I'm going to start with a rectangle this time instead of a triangle. And I'm going all the way around that middle dot. Okay. And then maybe in between here, I do some long triangles that are kind of curved a little bit. I don't know why, just kind of thinking outside the box here, so to speak. And you just keep going around that, and I'm going to put a little triangle here. Keep going around because we want to make it circular. It's looking a little rectangular. So I'm going to switch colors again. This time I'm going to do the castle line all the way around to get it to look more like a circle, because mandalas are circular. Okay. Now I'm starting to touch my mandala, and this is the part that when the video cut off we didn't get with this. I don't want to go on top of this one, but I want to make this one a little bit bigger. So you pick what you're going to do, symbols, letters, numbers. Let's do, his name is Max, and so I'm going to do, right here, I'm going to start M-A-X, but I'm going to start it right here on the edge, Max, and keep doing it over and over again. Go all the way around, same size, because if you find yourself that you are doing it different sizes, it's not going to be an even circle all the way around. And when I get to this other point right here, oh, I don't want to go over the top of it with my design, so I'm going to stop it right there. And see, then it looks like they're layered. It looks like this mandala is under my mandala, and this one's starting to go under my mandala too. And then they all become layered. So if I were going to do it again, I'll just do a quick one. Let's say I was going to do a scalloped line, which is that bump line. I would stop. So I'd start here, go all the way around, and I'd stop there. Okay? And then I would finish these two other mandalas to finish my family. And as you can see with this lizard that I finished, I used these kind of markers so that I could get just, you know, a whole bunch of different varieties. And you see I have dashed lines, I have just all kinds, zigzag lines, all kinds of things. And if you want to have this up and put this on pause while you work, you can put this on pause. I'm going to scoot this one in here too, so you can kind of see the two different ones. And this will get you, that will get you ideas. So if you get stuck, just pick something off the list and put this on pause, or work on it as you watch TV or listen to music, and have a good time.